Here to talk about another topic that we really get into and love here at Crew, and that is our roofing systems. Our Klaus roofing systems are absolutely amazing. The systems that we have in place today are just second to none to anything we've done in the past. So I want to talk to you about what we do when you call us in for a roofing inspection. First of all, you would need a reason to call us in on a roofing inspection to look at what's potentially wrong with your roof, what's right with your roof, what things to look for. So when you call us out for an inspection, we don't go on the roof first. We go in the attic first. This is not done by anyone. I never had even thought about this. The first reason for going up into your attic to inspect a roof is because we can get an idea of the underside of the roof that I can't get perspective on from the top side of the roof. The first thing we're looking for is any kind of staining on the bottom side of the plywood or whatever you have for materials holding up the that makes up the deck on your roof. So we're looking for any staining first of all. If we're not seeing any staining, that's a good sign, clearly. If we are seeing staining, we can see potentially where you have problems with leaking or any kind of penetrations that you have in your roof. It's very clear to see. And a lot of times where you see the staining isn't actually where the problem started. Secondly, we're doing an inspection of your attic as well. We do attic systems clearly, so we know that you're calling us out for one. We're going to kill two birds with one stone. We're going to inspect your attic, make sure that you've got proper ventilation in your attic. That is key to your roof performing well, because your problem is if you don't have accurate attic insulation, nor do you have accurate ventilation in your attic, that can cause your attic to be extremely hot. Well, if it's extremely hot, like I'm talking about, it might be 50, 60, 70 degrees hotter in your attic than it really should be. Well, it deteriorates your shingles from the bottom side. We've all seen houses, older homes, that it looks like the shingles are almost crumbling. Well, a lot of times that's the issue. The shingles are crumbling because of the heat that is getting transferred up into the attic and up into the roof deck and transferred all the way through the underlayment, and everything else underneath the shingles is probably deteriorated because of that long time exposure to heat from not only the top side from the sun, but the heat from the bottom side, really sandwiching all that heat in and just deteriorating the shingles. No fault of the shingles. They were against a losing battle from the start, right? So we're looking at those things in the attic. Nextly, we go out of the attic once we do our full inspection of the attic, and we go up on the roof. So once we go up on the roof, we're looking for the exact same thing on the top side. We are looking for more damage potentially from wind and hail, things like that, things that we can see that we know that could potentially change the life expectancy of the roof or is making it leak currently at this time. So we're looking for a plethora of things on the roof that could potentially give us signs of what's happening on the roof. Now, the customer doesn't want to go on the roof typically. So what kind of things can you see from the ground that will give you insight into whether your roof is not quite performing at the level that it should be or you want it to be? Some things that you can see from the ground, you can see whether you have missing shingles or not. That is key, right? Now, the underlayments and everything, the ice and water and everything that we use today is all waterproof. So even with some missing shingles, it could go years, it really could, without any leaking coming through. It's not recommended, clearly. It could be that it would only last days. There's no way of telling. Clearly, the roof is compromised at that point in time. So if you do have any missing shingles, it's quite possible that this is something very simple, because we can replace shingles in the field. It's possible you don't need a whole new roof. I see it sometimes where customers are so afraid to call someone out because we're just going to recommend, well, we got to tear it all off and give you a new roof. Well, that's simply not the case. That's not what we're trying to do here. We're trying to protect your home. It's ultimately your last line of defense against Mother Nature. You wonder how I give you a 50-year no-leak warranty when we put a Klaus in your house? That's how. Because we take every precaution, possibly make sure that envelope is sealed up tight from all the elements. Next of all, you can see when you've got to clean out your gutters periodically. If you do not clean out your gutters, there's going to be dirt, debris, things like that that's going to clog up your gutters. And then we're talking about potential water coming in the home because the gutters can't do what the gutters are meant to do. If you're seeing an immense amount of granulars, literally the pebbles that we use to make shingles, they'll start deteriorating off your shingles. Once that happens, the shingle is deteriorated down to the point where it cannot do its job. It's fighting a losing battle. So if you're seeing a lot of the granulars in your gutters, that is a key point where you should be calling crew and having us come out and look at an inspection. Here's the beauty of an inspection is, they're the two places on your home that you don't want to go, and we'll come out and look at them for free. Give you a full inspection report, give you pictures so you can see what's going on in these areas and why potentially you have a great roof or you do not, and some things need to be done. Next, you may see, now I say that people can see flashing issues. And when I say flashing, when we say a flasher or flashing, we mean that you can see a nail. They call it flash because the sun hits the aluminum nail and it flashes a bright color off of it. So that's why we say that. It's also used, not in jargon, but it's actually flashing, or how we protect any protrusion. A pipe that's coming through your roof, your chimney that's coming through your roof. All of those things have flashings around them. That's also a technical term for how we stop the water from coming in when we're specifically cutting a hole in your roof on purpose, right? The other thing is, once you're doing your gutters, you just do an inspection fully when you're on the ground or at that level, and you can see any improprieties. It's much easier when you're kind of on that level to see any proprieties in your roof. But ultimately, if you think something potentially is wrong, you call us. That's what we come out and do. We come out and look at it and give you an honest inspection on what you need to give yourself the protection that is a must for any home in the Sioux Falls greater area in South Dakota. Because what we say here at Crew is that we've got the greatest people on the planet that live in South Dakota. Now what we need to do is protect every single one of you. That's what we do here at the Crew That Cares.